Hello, friends. Welcome to Creative Medicine. In this lecture, we will learn about.
Hello friends, let us continue the orbit. In this orbit, we have nerve supply of orbit. As I have already shown you in the figure, the main nerve supply of orbit is by oculomotor nerve, except the lateral rectus and superior oblique, which are supplied by lateral rectus is supplied by sixth cranial nerve, that is abducent nerve, whereas superior oblique is supplied by trochlear nerve. Now, if you see the actions of the superior rectus or superior rectus muscles or oblique muscles, I remember it by sin rad. So what does this sin rad means? I don't know, you can't see, right? Sin rad. Okay, sin is all superiors are intorters. All superiors are intorters, whereas all recti are adductors. Okay, let me write this so that you will understand. We have, I remember it by sin rad. So superiors are intorters, then recti are adductors. So let us make a table for this. So in this table, first you have primary action, then you have secondary action. Okay, first you will see superior rectus. Okay, superior rectus, obviously, see, all the recti will be based on their name itself. Superior rectus will cause elevation, inferior rectus will cause infer depression, right? They cause depression. Inferior because it will help to see us down, so it causes depression. Medial rectus will cause medial, it will allow us to see medially, so obviously it is adduction, whereas lateral rectus, it helps us to see laterally, so it is abduction. So if you see secondary action, then comes the sin rad. So all the superiors are intorters. Now superior oblique and inferior oblique. Remember, superior oblique and inferior oblique is a correct opposite to their name. Superior oblique will cause depression. It does not cause elevation, it causes depression, whereas inferior oblique will cause elevation. Okay, then secondary action you can see by this sin rad. So all superiors are intorters. So superior rectus is an intorter and superior oblique is also an intorter. Okay, superior rectus is an intorter and superior oblique is an intorter. Whereas all in the other inferiors, if you see, it is opposite, that is extorters. Inferior rectus is an extorter and inferior oblique is an extorter. Okay, then if you see the next, all rads, that is all recti are adductors. So superior rectus and inferior rectus are adductors. Superior rectus is an adductor and inferior rectus is an adductor, whereas superior oblique and inferior oblique are abductors, opposite. Superior oblique is an abductor and inferior oblique is an abductor. This is how we can obtain the primary and secondary actions of the muscles. Now, the next important muscles in the eye is levator palpebrae superioris. This levator palpebrae superioris, it originates from the lesser wing of sphenoid at the apex of the orbit. It originates from the lesser wing of sphenoid at the apex of the orbit, and then it has three lamellae. Upper lamellae, it penetrates the orbital septum and passes through orbicularis oculi and is inserted in the skin of the orbit. I will just show you this in a minute. And we have intermediate, it contains the smooth muscles and it is inserted into the upper part of tarsal plate, whereas lower one, it consists of connective tissue and it is inserted into the superior fornix of the conjunctiva. Though you do not know this insertion, this is fine, but remember that it is originated, what you should definitely remember is it is originated from the lesser wing of sphenoid, number one. Then it gets inserted, a part of it gets inserted in the upper eyelid and upper superior tarsal plate, and it gets inserted into the superior fornix of conjunctiva. So it has three insertions. It gets inserted into the skin of the upper eyelid. Intermediate part will get inserted into the upper border of superior tarsal plate, whereas lower part gets inserted into the superior fornix of the conjunctiva. So if you see the nerve supply, skeletal part of it is supplied by oculomotor nerve, whereas the the smooth part, skeletal part by oculomotor nerve, whereas smooth part is from, it gets fibers from superior cervical ganglion. Okay, this levator palpebrae superioris helps in elevation of eyelid to open the eye. So let me show you the levator palpebrae superioris. So this one, which you can see here, this muscle here, this is levator palpebrae superioris. Levator palpebrae superioris, this one here. Okay, it is getting originated from the sphenoid bone, which is present here. This is sphenoid bone. It gets originates from the sphenoid bone and it is inserted into the eyelid. It is inserted into the tarsal plate. See this picture, you can see this is levator palpebrae superioris. It is inserting into the superior tarsus. This is the superior tarsus in the eyelid. It gets inserted into the superior tarsus and eyelid. Okay, so that is about levator palpebrae superioris. Then the next important and the last topic of this chapter is Tenon's capsule and fascia bulb or facial sheath of the eye bulb. So this is the eyeball and this is the muscles. Okay, now the whole eyeball is covered by a loose membrane sheath. This is the loose membrane sheath which is covering the whole eyeball. That is fascia bulbi or Tenon's capsule or facial sheath. It is mainly pierced by the muscles. Okay, the muscles pierce it and ciliary nerves and also vessels. Muscles, nerves and vessels will pierce it. Okay, it will envelope the eyeball. Number one, see, this is the eyeball. This green colored sheath is Tenon's capsule. So it is enveloped by the eyeball. Then it extends from the optic nerve to the, this is the optic nerve, from the optic nerve to the corneoscleral junction. So first this is the optic nerve. From the optic nerve it extends to the eyeball and then it extends till the corneoscleral junction here and then it is going like this. So it is mainly pierced by these muscles and the optic nerve and vessels and also ciliary nerve and vessels also. So this is Tenon's capsule. So I don't have a picture. Okay, so this is, then we also have one more thing in the eye which is called a suspensory ligament or check ligament of the eye. The suspensory ligament or check ligament of the eye, if you see, we have two check ligaments. One is the lateral check ligament, second we have medial check ligament. Lateral check ligament is a triangular expansion. Lateral check ligament is a triangular expansion and it is from the lateral rectus to the ventral tubercle. This is ventral tubercle. Here you have lateral rectus. So lateral check ligament is from lateral rectus to the ventral tubercle. Okay. Then we have medial check ligament also. Medial check ligament is a triangular expansion and it is from the medial rectus. It is from the medial rectus to the medial wall of the orbit on the posterior lacrimal sac. It is from the medial rectus to the medial wall of the orbit on the posterior lacrimal sac. So this is medial check ligament. So we have lateral check ligament and we have medial check ligament. Lateral check ligament is from the lateral rectus to the ventral tubercle, whereas medial check ligament is from the medial rectus to the medial wall of the orbit on the posterior lacrimal crest. Okay, then we have something called as suspensory ligament of Lockwood. So this is suspensory ligament of Lockwood. It is a facial sleeve of inferior rectus. This is inferior rectus and this is inferior oblique. It is a facial sheath of inferior rectus and inferior orbit which is connecting the medial check ligament and the lateral check ligament. It is connecting the medial check ligament and lateral check ligament and it forms a hammock. Okay, so this is in suspensory ligament of Lockwood. It is enclosing the inferior oblique and inferior rectus. Okay, this is about the orbit. Thank you for watching.
Thank you and thank you for watching.